Steinhouse, and welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show giving you the politics of the day and the biggest moves in the stock market. Excuse me, it is presented with comedic common sense and just the right amount of sarcasm by an expert in financial literacy. And hey, that's me, Larry Steinhouse. Today is Wednesday, September 7th, and of course I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Please search Money Chat Now on Larry Steinhouse, and you can follow me there as well. And if you'd like to connect to me personally, you can go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. There you will find my social media connections, my email, and my text message information as well. That's contactlarry.com. Hey, just a reminder, if you're watching online, hit that like button. Come on, everybody. Hit the like button so I know that you like it. Come on, right? Hit the share button, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. You can also find Money Chat Now and the Larry Steinhouse Show on Spotify, so please go there and subscribe as well. And by the way, you can comment live during the show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And please say hi with a bunch of people have already said hi. Please say hi so I know you're watching. And if you haven't joined the Money Chat Now fan page on Facebook, please do that to make sure you can always see the show. If you like Money Chat Now page, you can still view the show when I'm in Facebook jail, and I go there quite often. So I can only transmit to the Money Chat Now page when I'm in Facebook jail. So please go to the Money Chat Now page, like it, so you can never miss a show due to the Facebook or the fascist book censors. All right, real quick, I want to say hello to a bunch of people online. It looks like we've got, let's go from the beginning. We got Mike and Peter. Thanks, Peter, and thanks for sharing all the time, Peter. I really appreciate it. We got Glenn, and we got Tom, and lovely wife Linda, who also shares the page. Thank you, Linda. We also have James on YouTube. We have Linus, and we got Ken, the Democrat. All right, Ken, I like it when Ken watches the show because everybody blasts on him. But he's a good guy, so, you know, you could blast him all you want, but just be kind to him because he's a good guy. All right, today we've got the market wrap up. We've got Airline Food. We got Trump for President ? And we've got the Juul Lawsuit. You guys want to find out all about this this Trump for President concept that I have? We'll definitely talk about it. So James wants to know if I get conjugal visits when I'm in Facebook jail, and the answer is I don't know. I got to think of something funny. I can't think of anything funny. Insert your own joke here. All right. By the way, Money Chat Now is brought to you by Investor Schooling, and you can attend a complimentary class this Thursday by going to investorschooling.com, and there you will learn about real estate investing and stock options trading from those who do it every day. Hey, I want to thank once again, I said it before, thank you, Peter. Thank you a bunch of other people for sharing. I totally appreciate you, and I'm sure your friends appreciate the humor and the great advice. Please share the show with your friends right now by clicking the share button and sharing it directly on your page or on their page. And you can also share it in groups as well. This way you can help your friends make more money and also get a good laugh in the morning. So please share it. All right, let's get started with what happened yesterday. Oh, man. I've decided that Wall Street is just plain nuts. Yesterday was it was a signal that the economy is still on fire. And that's what it was all about. The economy was still on fire, so the stock market goes down. The data was released at 9:45 yesterday from the Institute of Supply Management, and it reported that the PMI, or Purchasing Managers Index, came in at 56.9, which is higher than the Wall Street prediction of 55.5. So it came in at 56.9, but it was higher than the Wall Street prediction of 55.5. First of all, this number, just so you know, is a reference point given by opinion. The Purchasing Managers Index is simply a measure of the prevailing direction of economic trends in manufacturing, and it is based on a monthly survey of supply chain managers across 19 industries, covering both upstream and downstream activity. It's a freaking opinion. They go on a scale of 1 to 10. Do you think the economy's good or do you think the economy's bad? And it came in the middle. I mean, really? On top of that, the opinion was only 1.4 points above what was expected. But wait, wouldn't it be good for stocks if the opinion of the supply chain managers felt the economy was doing better than they said? Of course it should. But no. Wall Street is a bunch of nuts who are only worried about the Fed raising interest rates. So this opinion freaked out the market yesterday and caused the Dow to swing down and then up and then down again. Of course, bond yields surged, of course, right, adding to the rout in stocks. You know, when the bond yields go up, people buy bonds and run from the market. This also makes the NASDAQ and especially Apple drop. Well, this time Apple wasn't hit as bad as I expected, but it's probably because the new product announcement is coming up today. So if you guys are interested in what's going on with Apple today, watch the product announcement. It'll be pretty good. It also looks like Meta took a hit yesterday as well. Of course, that's because I just bought options in it, so that's why I took a hit, right? The market has also been down 3 weeks in a row, and the NASDAQ has been down 7 weeks in a row. Yike. This was the first time this happened since 2016. You also need to remember that September has a history of being a bad month for the market. And this is also keeping the investors on their toes. Even if this September would be normal or good, the self-fulfilled prophecy is going to keep the market down. The big key, by the way, if you're watching, is that the S&P this month, if it drops below 37.75, we may have a problem. This seems to be the real support. In June, when the bond market interest rate went to 3.5, we saw that the bottom of the market be 37.75. The S&P, the S&P was actually down to 36.75 at that point. And if you look at most stock charts, you'll see that the bottom of the market was that point. So any stocks you're following, you'll actually see that the middle of June was the day that the interest rate went to 3.5, that your stocks all dropped. And all the stocks got beaten down. It was really bad. All right, if you understand the dead zone theory that I teach in investor schooling, you will understand why this is likely happen in about 2 weeks. So the dead zone will be here in 2 weeks, and most likely that number will probably re-hit in 2 weeks. And if you take a look at that, you'll actually find that that's an interesting theory that works pretty well. The good news is that it will start to rebound about October 1st as we head into the beginning of earnings season. To me, the dead zone is the reason for September being a traditionally bad month anyway, and the play here is either to be in cash or hold on what you have to and just ride it out and forget about it. And don't forget to watch the final exciting earnings report today for GameStop. If my prediction is correct, the stock should plummet. I say down 20%. The report will be after hours, but I don't suggest you get in on it. I've seen bad reports lead to stock gains, which is really weird. I'm predicting the report to be terrible, but the stock could still go up on some weird guidance or weird news. But I still think it's going to go down. Watch this afternoon for the entertainment of it. And by the way, after the suicide of the CFO of Bed Bath & Beyond, the stock also predictably dropped. It was down about 18%, and it was one of the big losers yesterday. This company's in trouble. And with the CFO's suicide after some legal trouble, my guess is that the problems are bigger than we know them to be. It's going to be a problem. Apparently, many companies are seeing slowdowns, and that's causing management changes. So Lowe's, GameStop, Peloton, Bed Bath & Beyond, Gap, and others are changing up the roster of leadership to try to solve the problem of slowing sales. To me, this is the calm before the storm. Even if the Democrats want to change the meaning of the word recession, like they have with the meaning of, like man and woman, they won't be able to deny what's coming. As I've been saying, the recession that we all fear will be here in about 7 months. All right, enough of the doom and gloom. Let's take a look at the futures. Let's see what Wall Street has in store for us today. And it looks like, oh boy, it looks like the Dow just dropped negative again. It's just sitting there riding there, and S&P and Nasdaq's down 25. So it was just up a second ago. I mean, it literally changed as you put the screen up. And I was going to say that every time the Dow is up in the morning, the stocks go down anyway. So I don't know. Maybe this is a good sign that we're sitting here and maybe we'll have a chance to go up, but who knows? All right, real quick, I want to say hello to a couple of people online that joined us just now. Oh, let's see. We've got Tommy, we've got Jose, and we got James. We got Deb. We got it looks like John. We got Mike and Bill and Charles, and of course my brother Seth. Thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate you guys. Hey everybody, hit the share button right now. Come on, go to the right, hit the share button, share on your page. Do it right now. Come on, guys. Thank you. All right, let's talk about Airline Food. Did you guys hear the story about the transatlantic flight that had about 400 passengers on it? As the story goes, someone messed up when loading the food on the plane and only loaded 200 meals. So the flight crew was kind of up in arms, but a very smart flight attendant had an idea. About 30 minutes into the flight, she made an announcement, "Attention passengers, due to an error, we only have 200 meals instead of 400 meals. If anyone would like to give up their meal for an alcoholic beverage instead, please inform the flight attendant." It was a brilliant idea indeed, right? So we've all experienced the poor taste of airline food, and it's been the butt of many jokes. The airlines are now changing their stance on food and have decided to improve their food and their choices. Like, I often fly first class, and when I get a meal, it's kind of hit or miss. It's like a meal served in a bad diner most of the time, only the worst part is this meal is served in a tin tray. In fact, when I have a good meal on a plane, the only thing I don't like is the presentation. But as you know, during this scamdemic period, meals and other services were cut from flight because according to the morons like Dr. Fauci, you apparently can get a COVID from airline food. Actually, I think COVID's probably the only disease you can't get from airline food. But anyway, the rules of COVID that most followed, it always made me laugh at how dumb Americans really are. Anyway, now that the airlines are serving food again, they are making changes to the menu, and they are adding things like vegan meatballs and ice cream sundaes. Airlines are offering new options and old favorites to woo returning travelers. As the peak travel season fades and inflation weighs on household and economy budgets, it's even more important than usual for airlines to court passengers. Here's an example of what Delta is serving on their international flights. Check it out. It's a new sundae in a cup, pre-mixed with chocolate, cherries, and spiced Belgian cookies called speculoos, which are known in North American as Biscoff cookies. I don't know, whatever. To me, it sounds like a McFlurry with cookies anyway. Anyway, here's some interesting thoughts, though, also. In premium cabins, such as Delta One on international flights, passengers can build their own sundaes with a choice of toppings. I just can't imagine this in a flight that people go, oh yeah, I'll have that, and they're reaching over the other person anyway. They're also offering new salads and other healthy options just for about any dietary restriction. You should remember, however, that these changes are mostly for international flights where meals are necessary because of the length of the flight. Oh, by the way, remember the 200 meals for 400 meals passenger story? Well, as the flight went on, the passengers substituted alcoholic drinks for the food, and the flight attendant made an announcement about 2 hours into the flight and said, hey, does anybody want to change their mind? We still have 180 meals left. All right, let's take a break here. We'll talk to you guys in a minute.
Okay, so you thought about buying and selling real estate. You've thought about investing in the stock market, but don't know where to start. Well, what if you could find a place to unlock strategies to master both real estate and the stock market, all without the headache? That place is Investor Schooling, hosted by Larry Steinhouse, an expert in real estate, financial literacy, and the ins and outs of the stock market. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate, and you will learn mastery of stock techniques such as options and covered calls. You will even get a chance to ask one of your burning questions to the stock options sultan, the master of picks and plays. Call 866-424-2829 for free information and receive a complimentary pass to attend classes, or register online at investorschooling.com. Don't delay. These passes are limited. So what are you waiting for? Call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Or visit investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And of course, if you'd like more information on Investor Schooling, you can go to investorschooling.com or call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Hey, I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse on Spotify. Like and subscribe there. And of course, if you'd like to connect to me personally, you can go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. And there you will find my social media connections, my email, and my text message information. That's contactlarry.com. Hey, I also want to remind you that we still have room for our amazing event coming up on September 17th. It's an all-day event featuring some of the most brilliant minds in business, including Hannah Kessler, the single millionaire chick, Chris Noggle, the money multiplier, Bill Walsh, the rainmaker, and myself, Larry Steinhouse, the host of Money Chat Now, and of course the CEO of Investor Schooling. It's an in-person event only, and the seats are selling fast, so get yours now at 4mmw.com. That's 4mmw.com. All right, real quick, a couple of people who joined us online, it looks like. We have Betsy. Thanks, Betsy. Betsy always shares the show, too. Thank you, Betsy, so much. Ken, the Democrat says, didn't DJ T almost die from COVID? No, he didn't. Go stop watching news reports that are untrue. All right. Anyway, they should have sold raffle tickets for the drinks, is what James is saying. Interesting question. All right. So far, of course, we've been discussing the recap. Right now, the Dow is up, actually, 15 points. The S&P is pretty neutral, and the NASDAQ is down 11. We've also been talking about Airline Food and how crappy it is and maybe it'll get better. Coming up, we have Trump for president, ? And then we have the Juul lawsuit. And then, of course, we have today's picks and plays. But first, did you hit the like button yet? Did you hit the share button yet? Leave me a comment to say hi if you haven't already. Come on, leave me a comment. Leave me a comment is the only way I know you're watching. Please share the show and like it as well. So at least hit that like button right now. I see Mark coming on right now. Mark, hit that like button. Let me know you like the show. And also, don't forget to order my new book called Money Hacks. And if you ordered it, please leave a review on Amazon. I don't know if you guys have been seeing the pictures on my page. A bunch of people are putting it with Trump bears, which is hysterical. But you can put it with any bear if you want. I'd love to see a picture of my book with a teddy bear. I just thought that was so cool. All right, let's talk about Trump for president. So there's so much speculation on whether Trump will run for president again. God knows this country could use him again, definitely to make America great again. This current disaster of an administration has literally turned America into crap. Inflation, border issues, mass depression, freedoms being taken away, higher taxes coming, and an assault on our constitutional rights are just some of the major issues that this administration has failed at and destroyed us. As a president, Trump wasn't the most professional acting, but he was the most caring of what this country needed to survive and thrive. Well, here we are about 2 years away from where the race will be heated for the next presidential election. The question is, will Trump run again and can he win? So in a recent interview, Senator Lindsey Graham stated that he believes that Trump stands a pretty good chance of winning the 2024 U.S. presidential election. And what he said could be one of the greatest political comebacks in American history. Graham also said something to Trump that I truly believe. If you lose again, the history about who you are and what you did dramatically changes, he said. If you come back, it will be one of the greatest political comebacks in American history. And you get 4 more years, you can do big stuff. So that's the problem I see if Trump runs. I was having this conversation with my friend yesterday about this very topic. My thoughts on this, and see if you agree with me. If Trump doesn't run, he can't lose. Think about that, right? If Trump runs and loses, he will also lose a lot of the credibility he has gained with his base. He has been an influence on the Republican Party, and his influence is so great that Nazi Joe screamed like Hitler the other day, denouncing anyone who is MAGA. Trump's influence has also changed the primary elections, where most of the candidates he endorsed were chosen by vote to run for seats in this December, and they only won because Trump endorsed them. His endorsement is powerful, and his power to influence is amazing. But I believe if he runs and loses, he will also lose that power to help the party. If he backs Ron DeSantis, DeSantis is a shoo-in. And if DeSantis runs against Trump, both their credibility will be on the line. So if DeSantis decides to team up with Trump as vice president candidate, that would make a great combination. But once again, if Trump loses, does that hurt DeSantis for the next race? Now, don't get me wrong. I know Trump will make America great again if elected. But I think he can actually make America greater for a longer period of time by stepping aside and helping the party win for many years into the future. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. All right, let's get into what's going on with Juul. Did you know that electronic cigarettes hit the market about 15 years ago in 2007? Yep, just like you, I didn't know that they were around that long. Well, they really started to get popular in 2014, and that may be why we didn't know. The interesting part is they have been the most commonly used tobacco product among U.S. youth. E-cigarette use among U.S. middle and high school students increased 900% during the years 2011 to 2015. Well, this was apparently designed from the companies like Juul, who, according to Connecticut Attorney General William Tong, they relentlessly marketed vaping products to underage youth. Now, because of this, several states have sued the company, which is owned by Altria, which is formerly known as Philip Morris. You know, the cigarette company who also gets kids addicted to cigarettes. Well, Juul has now agreed to pay at least $438.5 million in a settlement with more than 30 states. Under the deal, which includes 33 states and Puerto Rico, Juul is barred from depicting people under 35 in its marketing product placements in film and television, advertising on billboards, and social media. They can't sell Juul branded merchandise, and they can't fund educational programs in school. What did I just say about funding educational programs? They are barred from funding educational programs? I don't know. What came to your mind on that? Were they actually funding programs that taught kids to smoke? Were these anti-smoking funding programs? And couldn't the school use extra funds? All right, I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole for this morning, but I'm going to let you decide while I continue with the story, because it's really weird that, why would they not take money from Juul? They could just say that they can't say that it came where it came from. Anyway, if you haven't seen too many people with e-cigarettes lately, this could be the reason. The e-cigarette maker's future also hinges on an appeal that is filed with the Food and Drug Administration, which in June ordered Juul to pull its product from U.S. market. The FDA has suspended the ban while Juul appeals the decision, but right now the FDA wants these off the market. The e-cigarettes may actually be banned permanently from the U.S. markets in June. Basically, what happened in June, the FDA ordered Juul to halt U.S. sales, saying the vaping company hadn't submitted sufficient evidence that its products were safe. The competitor Vuse, I guess it is Vuse, is also in hot water. It's in the same hot water that Juul's in, actually. However, the lawsuit and the possibility of the products being banned will affect them. Vuse has pulled back their advertising recently in an effort to hold on. Basically, they're basically saying maybe they could keep people as customers if they hold on. Well, they basically going to hold on, I guess, until the smoke, or I guess you should say until the vape cloud clears. Have you used electronic cigarettes? Let me know in the comments if you've used electronic cigarettes. I'm curious to know. I'm going to take a break here, and I will see you guys in a minute. Hi, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and one of the most misunderstood things in America is money. That's why I've written this book. It's called Money Hacks, because everything you think you know about money is wrong. And I'm telling you, everything you think you know about money is wrong. When you read this book, you will learn things about money that you did not know. You will even learn if money can buy you happiness. I have a full chapter dedicated to that. You're going to definitely want to read that. I talk about how to use other people's money to buy real estate. I talk about how to save more money, and I even talk about how to rebuild your credit score in this book. There are 22 amazing chapters in this book. This book is now available everywhere. It's available on Amazon. It's available on barnesandnoble.com. And you can order this book right now, and you'll have it in 2 days, and you'll start learning things about money that you never knew before. So order the book right now. Go to Amazon, go to barnesandnoble.com, and order the book, Money Hacks by Larry Steinhouse. Right. Welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And of course, if you'd like to be a sponsor on this show, your name and product will be delivered to hundreds of loyal listeners and watchers of the show. Hey, if you're watching the show and you want me to mention your product and you want me to put a commercial on your product on the show, please let me know. As you know, we're expanding our base every day. Look at all these chat messages. Come on, I'll be talking about your product. We're expanding the base every day, and if you'd like to get your product or service out to my audience, and of course help keep this show on the air. This sure costs a lot of money to put on the air. I'd also love to have you as a sponsor. Please reach out via Messenger if you'd like, and I will definitely have you send you the information on how to be a sponsor. And that's great. By the way, did you guys know we have a Spotify channel as well? That's right, you can subscribe to the channel and listen to all the reports. So if you like that last report on Trump, or if you don't like the last report on Trump, or you do like the last report on Trump, doesn't matter. You could break it out, and you can listen to it, and maybe you could form your own opinion. That's just my opinion. We'll see. It is what it is, right? All right, look up Money Chat Now on Spotify, and you can subscribe there. Everybody blast Ken, because he's just saying stuff that I don't have the time to comment on. So everybody do me a favor and just blast him. All right, right now the Dow is up, or down, or up. Actually, it's up 11 points. The S&P is pretty neutral, and the NASDAQ is down about 12. So really nothing happening right now. It is what it is. So we talked about Airline Food and how bad it is, and how they're going to change it. And we talked about the fact that I actually think that Trump should not run for president, not because he can't win, but because if he does lose, then his credibility gets lost. And if you haven't heard that, go back and listen to it again. We talked about Juul Lawsuit and how the fact that these e-cigarettes may be harmful. Yeah, we'll find out. Coming up, we also have today's picks and plays. But did you guys hit that like button yet? Everybody hit that like button. Hit that share button. Tell all your friends about the show. Let them know it's both entertaining and educational. And please share it on your page or on groups that you feel will also enjoy the show. Let's talk about what's going on today. Look, the market just continues to drop each day. So what does that mean for today? Probably the same old, same old. This is one of the moments you just have to wait it out. So I know Mike is looking for some stock tips here. Wait it out. You'd be better off. You need about 3 weeks. That's it. Just 3 weeks. Wait it out for 3 weeks of white knuckling it, and the market will move again as we approach earnings season. As always, look for stocks getting beat up for no reason other than the market is going down. Meta and Apple are good examples of these. If you want to be safe, either go to cash or buy some stable dividend-paying stocks. Start to think about the long-term future and what the opportunities the market will bring. What will the recovery look like? Travel stocks will probably do a really well recovery, and oil stocks will probably fall. Look, it'll all make sense in a couple of years, but you got to learn how to be patient sometimes with the stocks. All right, learn to sell covered calls and make some easy income on your investments. And don't forget to show up for class tomorrow night at Investor Schooling, and we'll talk about this, and the stock option consultant will be there as well. And by the way, Ken, if you want to show up, we'd love to have you there. It would be a lot of fun to have you there as well. So Ken the Democrat, you are certainly invited, and it's on me. You could come for free tomorrow. And since you Democrats like everything for free, just know tomorrow will be free. So go to investorschooling.com, and you can sign up there, and anybody can be there as well. All right, Bitcoin, by the way, is heading for my prediction of 12,000. It is now below or now in the $18,000 range, and it's not going to be good. By the way, $12,000 will see a bounce back to 17 or about 18,000, and then it'll fall again. So if you decide to jump in at 12,000, make sure you jump out at 17,000. My next prediction after that will be about 7,000. And at that point, honestly, it'll either need to become what it was meant to be or become worthless. So 7,000 is going to be a really important number, right in that area. It's going to be a really important number. If it hits that number, it's either going to crash forever or be done forever. Gold and silver are still sucking wind. Ugh, I can't believe it. It's terrible. The Treasury bond right now is moving up again. It's now about 3.31. And don't forget, in June, it hit a peak of 3.5. And this could be a problem. Oil is about $87, and just for reference, oil was $77 a barrel in 2019, right before the great scamdemic caused by the Democrats. And the average gas price is now $3.70 a gallon. So yeah, it is what it is. All right, I want to thank you all for watching Money Chat Now. We are live every morning here on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. We are live at 7:30. You can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. My name again is Larry Steinhouse. I am the host of Money Chat Now. I am the CEO of Investor Schooling. And remember, you can contact me directly at contactlarry.com. Make it a profitable day.